Good morning and welcome to Transwest Truck Trailer RV in Frederick, Colorado. I'm Brian Moritz. Today we're going to be walking around another used coach. This is actually a really good example of a clean, used, not abused coach. It's a 2015 Newmar Dutch Star 4375. So discontinued floor plan, kind of an old school floor plan, but really cool in my opinion. So we'll walk around the exterior first and then we'll head inside. One thing to notice while we're kind of panned out there is going to be the Girard Nova awnings. So that's your two patio awnings here that pretty much run the full length of the coach. Now they can be controlled individually. I'm just going to put one in so you can see them separately. So push the button right inside the door there. Now that back awning is going in. You could do this vice versa as well. You could have the back awning out and the front on, or the back awning out and the front awning in, just depending on what you need. Let's say you're camping and there's a tree right here, so you can't put this awning out. You can still have some shade using that rear awning. On the Newmar Dutch Star, we're always going to see full body paint, no stickers, no decals. This is the Bonbon exterior. That was what they called it in 2015. And then flush slide outs. So instead of having an overlap here that collects dirt and debris, your slide out recesses all the way into the sidewall. So a couple things about used coach. One thing you always want to look at is going to be tires. These are brand new. The date code on these tires are 0421, meaning they were manufactured the fourth week of 2021. Brand new tires on 2015. Coming back just a little bit, one of our fuel fills, this 2015 Dutch Star does have 150 gallons of diesel fuel. With dual side fuel fills. Very front storage compartment, nice and big, easy to access. This one isn't incredibly deep. I mean, I can get my whole arm in there, but you know, I'd probably find a way to put my golf clubs or something right here, something that I need to access frequently. We'll go right in that storage compartment. Notice all the bays are carpet lined so things don't slide around while you're driving down the road. Back behind the front one, we've got a big pass-through bay. So if you wanted to, we could add a tray here. Another full pass-through. This one does have the pass-through tray though. So this tray is manual. It'll come out 60% either direction. Very easy to move. Nice rollers on it, so you don't have to fight it as you're trying to put it in or out. And then a half pass-through bay here, half bay. So a little bit deeper than the front one, doesn't go all the way through to the other side, but tons of basement storage on this 4375. Behind your basement bays, we've got the little pegboard. Now, if it were me personally, I'd be using these little pegs for tools, things like that. You can put trays in here. Right here we've got some cable in case you wanted to use this, the satellite at the RV park. A couple extra quarts of oil. Your imagination is the limit on what you can put in that one. All right, so back here we've got our 15-gallon diesel exhaust fluid tank. So we've got dual side fills for this as well. Notice there is a gauge back here for this tank, so you can check it from here or in the cab. Behind that, 2 chassis batteries. Now at Transwest, before any used coach leaves here, we do go ahead and test all the batteries to make sure that they are within spec. So we will test these before it leaves. Battery disconnect. If you're putting it in extended storage, that'll keep those chassis batteries from draining over time. In the back here, each Dutch Star is powered by a Cummins ISL, 450 horsepower, 1,250 foot-pounds of torque. Freightliner and Newmar do a great job. Transmission dipstick, oil fill, everything that you need to get to, very easily accessible. You don't have to crawl back into that engine bay. Down below, we've got a 2-inch receiver. That's going to have a 10,000-pound towing capacity and a 1,000-pound vertical weight. We've also got a 7-pin connector here for your trailer brakes, trailer lights, that kind of stuff. Coming over to the driver's side, we've got a side mounted radiator on the Newmar Dutch Star, just a little bit better airflow. Also gives you better access to the engine if you are the kind of person to do maintenance yourself. A little bit of hose storage right in front of that rear radiator, or the side mounted radiator. And then the water bay for the house. So hot and cold exterior shower, low point drains, tank rinse, water pump on and off switch, fill valve, whole house water filter, power or water inlet hose on a reel. So pull it out, plug it into the spigot. When you're done, push the button, it sucks itself back in there. Gravity gray and black tank dump. Very nice and easy to access all of that. It's a big area, so you're not trying to fight a small area while you're trying to dump your sewage tanks. In front of that one, we've got our 50 amp power cord on a reel that is going to be a 50-foot cord. Once you're done, push the button right here on the side and it'll suck that cord back in as well. Now, this is our Oasis system, so this is going to be our on-demand hot water as well as our furnace. So it acts as about a 50,000 BTU furnace and will give you 120 degree water at 1.5 gallons per minute, as long as you have water available. The other side to our pass-through bay. So like I said, on the other side, 60% either direction. Makes accessing anything that you put on this tray very easy. You can access anything from either side. Other side of our pass-through bay, just like I said on the other side, if you wanted to put a tray in there, we could do it. Here at Transwest, we do it quite frequently. And then 6-volt AGM house batteries. Now those are also on a tray, so you can pull them out if you ever had to change your batteries out and wanted to do it yourself. Like I said earlier, all batteries, we will test them before this coach leaves here to make sure that they are within spec, so you don't leave here with a coach that doesn't have good batteries. And then something you don't see very often on a Dutch Star, we've got a 32-gallon propane tank. Now the only thing that's going to be used for is the cooktop inside. We'll get to that in just a minute. Other side of our fuel fill, again, 150 gallons of diesel fuel. And last but not least, compartment wise, we've got just our electrical compartment up here on the front driver's side. That's going to have fuses and circuit breakers for the chassis. So that's pretty much going to wrap up the outside of this coach. We'll head inside now. As we walk in, you're going to see that I have all of the slides closed so that you can see the space you would have while driving down the road. So for a used coach, this interior is absolutely immaculate. There's a couple things on the exterior, nothing I would say is out of the ordinary for a 6-year-old motorhome. So this is slides closed up. So I'm walking back here now. I'm in the bathroom area. I can very easily get through all of this. One thing that's really cool about the 4375 is it's a front kitchen. So if you wanted to get a drink out of the fridge while you're driving down the road, it's just right behind the driver and passenger seat. Now we'll get these slides opened up. So just while we have a couple of minutes here of downtime, some options that are noteworthy on this coach is it does have an upgraded, so in 2015, your standard was two 15,000 BTU air conditionings and an 8,000 watt generator. This particular coach is optioned with three 15,000 BTU air conditionings with heat pumps and a 10,000 watt generator. So just a little bit better cooling. Outside right now it's about 85. Inside it's probably 64. Keep letting this go out. So also while we're just kind of sitting here, water capacity wise, we've got 105 gallons of fresh water, 60 gallons of gray water, and 45 gallons of black water. So a lot of water capacity if you are kind of out boondocking. Now the 4375 is a quad slide, so you've got 2 in the living room area, 2 in the bedroom area. Really does give you a lot of space. What's cool about quad slides is you don't have a pinch point anywhere where it's really tight to get through, like you see with the full wall slide and half slides. Makes, if you're getting to your bathroom, this is how wide you have the entire time, other than walking between the slide and the wall. A big amount of room for those of you that are maybe a little less mobile. It's very easy to get from the front of the coach to the back of the coach, even with slides in. Notice all of these slides do run smoothly. Just shows that they were maintained well. Things you want to look for on used coaches: slide outs operating smoothly. We're looking for cracked tiles and floor, or cracked tiles on the floor, things like that. And this coach will go through a full inspection before it ever leaves this property for its new owner. So we are a Freightliner dealership as well as a Newmar dealership. So we will test every single system in here to make sure that it's working. We'll start in the bedroom just because we're back here in the very back. Nice big hanging wardrobe with shoe shelving in the rear cap. There's also going to be a safe over there to the right side. Tons of hanging wardrobe for those extended trips when you don't want to have to go do laundry every day. Now this coach does have the prep for a stacked washer and dryer. No stacked washer and dryer in it. Instead, we get these nice shelves. These shelves are adjustable up and down. We could even add 1 or 2 more in this compartment for you if you needed it. 32-inch Sony HD TV. Up top, AV compartment. So right here it's just a Blu-ray player. You could also add a satellite to this coach if you wanted to, and hook up a satellite dish to this TV as well. Nice big storage up above this window. Now this window is going to be a emergency exit. Oop. I pulled the shade down a little too far. There we go. And then on every window in this coach, we do have both a night shade and the day shade, which I just had down, just to keep the sun. Actually, it's really good to see right here, where you can see the sun coming in through that window, just to give it a little bit of shade to keep the sun from just beating into the coach. Now, every window on the exterior of this coach is going to be a dual pane tinted window, so it's a little bit better insulated and keeps the sun out a little bit better than just your standard windows. Nice wardrobe down below. 3 big drawers. And then 3 more down below those. Now, something I really like about this floor plan is you get the little countertop here, phone, wallet, keys, whatever you need, there's a place to put it. Coming over to the bedside, we've got the 72 by 80 king bed. Underneath, a good amount of storage. We've got the 2 folding chairs. If you don't have people going with you, you could literally just take these out. The leaves to make the table bigger. And that is a gas prop assisted bed, so I don't have to fight it to lift it up. Good storage all the way across the top above the bed. And it'll be the same on that. And then underneath, we've got a light switch control pad, so we can turn lights on and off, that kind of stuff while laying in bed. Underneath here, we've got reading lights for both the left and right side, ceiling lights, all at the touch of a button, so you don't ever have to get out of bed to access that kind of stuff. And then on either side of the bed, in the bed base, we do have 2 110 volt outlets so that you can charge your phone, that kind of thing. One thing I do want to point out, so my wife absolutely hates RVs because they never have one of these, but we do have a full length mirror. So if you're getting ready, you can just, or you do have a full length mirror that you can look at yourself, especially if you're going out for a night or something. I don't know, when I go camping, I'm not always just camping. Sometimes I like to go do stuff while I'm out too. Coming into the bathroom, we've got this kind of cool magnifying mirror. That's not something Newmar put in, that's something the previous owner put in, but kind of nice for you ladies while you're getting ready. Huge medicine cabinet. I would actually use this for toiletries and stuff as well. 2 110 volt outlets in there as well. Solid surface countertop undermount sink. Nice big long drawer. Another big storage underneath the sink there. Three really big drawers. Another cabinet, again right underneath the sink. And then just going to storage. One more absolutely huge pantry style storage. Linens, toiletries, that kind of stuff fit perfectly. And then very nice residential style shower. Plenty of room in here. So we've also got an assist handle in here as well as the stool. So if you would like to sit down when you're taking a shower, you can, and then assist handle to get you or help you stand back up. Another exit here. So with the 3 doors that this bathroom has, we can completely seclude the bedroom from the rest of the coach. So I'm gonna go ahead and close this one really quick. Nice little pocket door comes across. It does latch into place there, so you don't have to worry about it opening or anything. And then when you're ready for it to be open, push it back. It latches into place right there as well to keep it from swinging while you're driving down the road. And then this door over here, this is just a very residential style door, but it does give you the option to completely seclude the rest of the motorhome from the bedroom. So right here in the hallway, pretty nice and unobstructed. We do have all of our fuses and circuit breakers for the house. So residential style circuit breakers, this is going to be for all of your 110 volt appliances, refrigerator, air conditioning, that kind of stuff, all up top. Fuses down below for all your 12 volt appliances. Coming into the living room area, cool thing about front kitchen coaches is your living room area is kind of a nice, I don't know, like conversation area. We've got a couch here, opposing couch on that side. This couch does pull out and have a sectional section, so there is an additional cushion for the bottom and back to make this a nice L-shaped couch. Also, this is a jackknife sofa, so if you needed some extra sleeping, obviously you could pull that sectional side out, but at 6 feet tall, this is long enough for me to sleep on it. Very easy to pull out and put away. Now this couch here is also going to sleep, so this is going to be more of a trifold. Little latch over here, pull it out, and then it's got an air mattress built into it. There we go. So air mattress built into it. You hook the pump up right here, and then there's 2 outlets over on this side so that you don't have to find an outlet to hook that pump to. But that will actually sleep an adult fairly comfortably. And then as easy as that to put away. Now Newmar does put latches on their sleepers just because you don't want them to rattle while you're driving down the road. Now for a table, we've got the table and chairs. There is a leaf that you can put right in here to make this table a little bit bigger if you wanted to have 4 people eat there. And then all the way along the living room, excellent deep storage cabinets, all carpet lined to keep things from sliding and rattling. And then over here on the driver's side, absolutely huge storage, very, very deep and nice and tall as well. One thing I always like to look for in used coaches is the bag of manuals. And this coach does have it. It even had the original MSRP in it. Just nice to see. Means that someone actually cared for their coach. If they take them out and throw them away, well, one, they aren't going to know how to use anything, and two, it just shows that maybe they didn't care so much about it. Coming into the kitchen, another big benefit of front kitchens is huge counter space. So this slide out literally just comes in over the top and stops about right there. But big undermount stainless steel sink, residential style faucet, so pulls out as a sprayer. Tons of counter space over here, 2 110 volt outlets underneath this cabinet. So you coffee drinkers, coffee pot goes right here, plugs in there, never have to worry about it. It's not in your way, and you never have to take it or pull it out and put it away. Nice big cabinet with a pull-out drawer. Now we could put another shelf in here if you wanted me to. Another big cabinet, another adjustable shelf up and down. Put it as high or as low as you need. Whirlpool convection microwave. Another deep cabinet. Again, you could put a shelf in there if you wanted to. And then down below, we've got the 3-burner gas cooktop. So this is something we don't see in Dutch Stars anymore. I could count on one hand how many Dutch Stars I've seen with a gas cooktop. So for those of you who maybe don't like cooking with induction, and that's the way of the new world, this 2015 Newmar Dutch Star does have the 3-burner gas cooktop. Really big, deep drawers all the way down the back side. Plenty of room for eating utensils, cooking utensils. Now these are going to be a little bit wider. Maybe put your pots in there. And then smaller ones, utensils. Right here we've got just some of the remotes that this coach comes with. Awning remotes, extra keys, that kind of stuff. So really good storage in the kitchen. Now over here back on the passenger side, we've got the Maytag residential refrigerator. Nice and big. These are added by the previous customer just to keep things from sliding around. This does have water as well as ice in the door. And then down below, the freezer drawer, really, really deep. There's actually ice in here, so freezer works. And then just a small pantry here. Now, right in front of that, we've got the controls for our thermostat. So we've got our thermostat here. So we've got 3-zone control, front, middle, rear. Right now I've got the 3 air conditioning set at 60 degrees. While we've been walking around, those air conditionings have been running, so that's just good to point out. You don't hear them. They're whisper quiet. Up here, AV compartment again. Again, if you wanted to add a satellite, this is where you'd put the satellite for the living room TV. Big storage, maps, books, that kind of stuff. Great to have right over the passenger's head. And then all of your coach controls. So up top here, digi-level, that's going to tell us our tank levels as well as battery levels. Over here, power control services, so that's just going to tell us what we're hooked up to, whether it be a 110, a 30, or a 50 amp. Oasis control for your on-demand hot water as well as heat. So we have 2 electric options and 1 diesel option, so that is going to burn diesel fuel rather than propane. Much more efficient system. Awning controls. So if I want to put in that awning I still have out, all I do is go to channel 1, press the in button, and it's coming in. Battery disconnect switch for extended storage. Your 2 slide outs, block heater, security light, and then your entrance step. And last but not least, we've got the Magnum 2800 watt inverter control. So if you're out boondocking and you need to run that residential refrigerator, all you have to do is push the on button on this inverter. It'll convert the 12 volt power from the batteries to 110 volts to run that refrigerator. Stepping down into the cab, honestly, this was probably my favorite cab configuration of the Newmar Dutch Star. The new ones are great, but this one just, I don't know, I just like it a little bit better. So first things first, once I turn that key on, we get the little checklist here. So this is really kind of a cool feature. Just reminds you of things that you need to check prior to leaving. So right here it says jacks up, tow vehicle, tire pressure, engine maintenance, antennas down, disconnect power, disconnect water, disconnect sewer, bay doors closed, shower door locked, roof vents closed, awning arms locked, countertop clear, all doors locked, drawers latched, appliances secured, slide in secured, windows closed, CB radio on. So you just kind of touch through that. Really does, you know, it just reminds you of things that you might have forgot about. It's just an extra safety set. So for this used 2015 Dutch Star, this coach has 42,747 miles. Now, I'm kind of the type of person that I think a coach with a few more miles is a good thing. That means that it was used. That means that there's probably no bugs in it. It means that it didn't just sit in a shop and develop issues over time. Over here on the left side of me, we've got the controls for our HWH computerized leveling. So when we pull into our campsite, all we have to do is hit auto level. It's going to drop the airbags, drop the jacks, and level this coach out. Tag control, engine brake high and low, dome lights on, touchpad for our Allison 6-speed automatic transmission, so drive, neutral, reverse, and then this just lets you change gears or limit the gear you go to. Mirror heat, power adjustable mirrors, headlights on and off, the dash brightness intensity, fog lights, parking brake, the light bar control, so this is what I was using to scroll through my dash options there. On the dash itself, we've got a tachometer, our fuel levels, our DEF levels, battery voltage, miles per hour, oil pressure, engine water temperature, and then the PSI for our primary and secondary air tanks. Now, over on the right side, this still has old school comfort drive control. So instead of having to scroll through dash options to find it, it's just this little knob. Comfort drive just adjusts how much torque it takes to turn the steering wheel. Also helps you out in windy situations as well as tight navigating. On the 2015, we did get dual screens. So over here on the left, it's just going to be a camera screen. Right now, if I turn on my left blinker, we're going to see a slide out on the bay door open. But it does have the blinker cameras for extra safety while you're driving down the road, as well as a dedicated rear view. Over here, we've got our Clarion system with navigation. That was an option in 2015. Down below, adjustable pedals so we can move them forward and back as needed, air horn, battery boost. If we're ever in a situation where our chassis batteries are dead, we can pull power off of the house batteries and start the engine. Generator start and stop switch, overhead fans on and off. Those are going to act as additional defrosters. Overhead fans, high, medium, and low. Power visor control, so up here in the front, if I push this down, it's going to come down, or the shade is going to come down. That's just going to black out this coach so people can't see in while we're camping. Courtesy lights, docking lights. The docking lights are just for while you're backing up. It really does illuminate the side of the coach very nicely. Hydronic heater fan, step cover, and entry lock. So I want to talk about this hydronic heater fan because it's really cool. Now, if you were ever, let's say, driving through Colorado and it's 12 degrees outside, and you don't get enough heat out of the just standard HVAC system on this Freightliner chassis, we can actually turn on this hydronic heater fan and use the furnace from the coach to come out right here at our feet and help warm this cab up. For those of you, anyone who's driven in cold days, Class A's are not great for keeping the cab warm just because you have a big area to warm up. Having that little extra heat really does make a crazy difference and make your drive that much more comfortable. So, and I think that's pretty much going to wrap up my walkthrough of this 2015 Newmar Dutch Star 4375. If you have any questions about this unit, feel free to reach out to me at 303-482-6375. Again, I'm Brian Moritz with Transwest Truck Trailer RV in Frederick, Colorado. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you next week.